Hello, beautiful souls. Shani here. I am a spiritual guide, intuitive healer, breathwork facilitator, and female empowerment coach. If you are new to my channel, welcome. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about my personal journey with the goddess and how I invited goddess wisdom into my life and how she can actually support you in your spiritual journey and awakening as you choose to invite her into your life too and draw from the wisdom of the goddess. So if you've been watching my channel for some time, or you've been in my Facebook group and watching my lives, you'll see that I talk a lot about masculine and feminine energy and how to integrate the two for a more harmonious life. You'll also see that I talk a lot about the goddesses and goddess powers. It's something I'm really passionate about, as it came to me in my life and has helped me on my spiritual awakening and my spiritual journey to bring me to this point where I'm talking to you here today in this video. So about a year ago, I was living abroad in Israel. I had a great career as a teacher. I'd been a teacher for 10 years. I'd worked my way up to the management of the school. I loved my job. I had a relationship, a steady relationship. I had an apartment. I had lots of great friends. But suddenly, something didn't seem right. I was spending most of my life living in my masculine energy. If you've watched previous videos of mine, you'll see that I talk about this a lot. What does it mean to be living in masculine energy? It means that I was always on the go, always in productivity mode, always needing to achieve the next goal, to succeed, to get ahead of the game. I was working in a very linear fashion, always trying to see things from a very narrow perspective, and I wasn't inviting in feminine energy in any way. This left me feeling frustrated, angry, resentful, and tired because I was giving to everybody in my life, but I wasn't giving to myself. I wasn't giving any time or space to really tap into my feminine wisdom, into my goddess power. And I went to a retreat last year, the Red Tent retreat, where I experienced something called inner dance. And in this inner dance workshop that I attended, I had what I can only describe as my first real spiritual awakening. They played music and we were lying down on the floor, and as the music was playing, I felt quite relaxed. I felt really good in what we were doing. And then all of a sudden, I had this very vivid image in my mind of a tree-lined mountain, something that you would find in Switzerland or somewhere in Europe that looks beautiful. And I was standing at the top of this mountain and I looked over the edge of the mountain and something inside me just said, jump. And I took a leap. In my visual, in my mind's eye, I took that leap off the mountain, and as I did, my entire body viscerally reacted to my imagined jump off the mountain. I felt paralyzed to the floor, like my hands and my feet couldn't move. I had electricity charging through my body. I had pins and needles in my hands and my feet. I had pins and needles in the back of my neck. I had pins and needles all the way atop the cross of my lip and into my chin. I had pins and needles across my third eye chakra and all the way up and down my body. I felt excessive heat, but I was shivering with cold. I stayed there like that for what seemed like forever. In reality, maybe 10 minutes. And I knew in that moment that something incredible was about to happen. At the same time, I was petrified, absolutely petrified that I wouldn't be able to leave this paralyzed state. I was really very much paralyzed to the floor. I couldn't lift my hands, I couldn't lift my feet. And I knew in this moment that something incredible was about to happen. And this is the moment that Goddess Kali entered my life. Goddess Kali is the Hindu god of liberation. What does that word mean to you? Liberation, freedom, free will, free choice, free from chains, free from shackles, free from bindings, free from detachments. In came Kali and destroyed my life as I knew it. Kali is a beautiful Hindu goddess that has the energy of current inside every single one of us. And she is empowering, and she is destructive, and she is fierce, but she is loving. And she comes into your life to really set you free. This energy that Kali brings in is involved in all cycles of life: birth, death, and rebirth. And in this particular moment, I really felt like I was having a rebirth, which actually led me to become a rebirthing breathwork facilitator. This idea of rebirth is a complete destruction of everything as you know it. Like the rug has been pulled out from beneath your feet so that you can rise again like a phoenix from the ashes and rebirth as something more beautiful, more mature, something newer and greater than you can have ever imagined yourself being. You know when Kali has arrived into your life. When she arrives, she sends a ripple of total chaos through your world. And she breaks down everything that you've ever known. So all of a sudden, my career no longer seemed fulfilling to me. My relationship no longer seemed fulfilling to me. My sole purpose on this planet no longer felt fulfilling to me. And I fell into a deep despair. How could it be? How could it be that a career that I built up for 10 years of my life suddenly didn't serve me anymore? How could it be that this loving relationship I had with a beautiful partner no longer fulfilled me? How could it be that I suddenly didn't know why I was living in this country, what I was doing in my life, and where I was going next? I felt rage. I felt anger. I felt so much fear in this moment. But I knew something special was about to happen. When Kali comes into your life, when she comes in with her goddess fierceness to destroy everything in your path, she is clearing the way to leave you feeling freer, to release you from toxic connections and relationships and situations that no longer serve you. She's there to release your ego and open you up to limiting beliefs. She's there to set you free. So if you've been feeling like something is holding you back, whatever that may be, whether it's a relationship, maybe it's a career, maybe it's a place that you're living in or a situation that you find yourself in, Kali could very well invite herself into your life to create this space for a new way of living. She is the darkness and the shadow that most of us fear. But when she comes in and she destroys all that we know, she does it in this loving way to really transform you and liberate you into this new incredible phoenix rising from the ashes. She's not an energy to invoke lightly or gently. So how can you invoke her into your life? And why should you invoke the goddess Kali into your life? When you invoke Goddess Kali into your life, she comes in to dissolve your limiting beliefs. I had so many limiting beliefs around my life, my career, and my relationship. How can I leave teaching? It's a stable career. I have a stable salary. I have a purpose. I'm educating youth. I'm creating a future for them. I'm giving to them. I'm serving the community. I have a clear goal. I come home with a salary every month. I have grounding and stability in that. How can I leave that? What am I going to do? Where am I going to go? How can I leave a relationship? I'm in my 30s. How will I ever get married? How will I ever have children? These were all questions that span around my mind. But still, I knew that I had to leave everything behind me and make way for something more beautiful, even though I had no idea where the journey was going to take me. And that was so scary. She comes in to allow you to create space for new energy. Invoke her to really allow you to face your fears, to face your demons, to face your shadows. For many of you during this pandemic time, she may have even come in to really show you clearly what no longer serves you in your life, where you need to let things die, where you need to let things surrender and let them go. To invoke Goddess Kali is to liberate yourself from destructive and toxic attachments, and to really light up your inner goddess and your divine feminine wisdom. She was in you all along. So how can you invoke her? One of the ways you can invoke Goddess Kali is through a meditation. When you meditate with Goddess Kali, I invite you to imagine you going up to her at the altar and offering her what no longer serves you in your life. See yourself offering that to Goddess Kali and allow her to destroy it for you so that it's no longer a part of your life. Anything that is not serving you for your highest good. Self-reflection. You can ask yourself questions. Where are you suppressing your voice? Where are you taming your wild feminine? Where do you want more freedom? What parts of your life really need to die? What can you leave from your life? What is no longer serving you? Where do you want more freedom? You can attend Goddess Moon Circles, Sacred Sisterhood, be in a space of feminine energy and share with your sisters. I run these twice a month for the full moon and the new moon. So hop over into my Facebook group, A Gathering of Hearts, and come and join the Sacred Sisterhood. It's a beautiful time for release on the full moon and intention setting on the new moon. Yoga asanas. Connecting with your solar plexus, where we hold so much fear and absorb so much energy from other people. Find yoga teachers that will release your voice, will release this rage that you might have inside of you, this sacred rage, and tap into it through your solar plexus and yoga asanas to release and expand this area. Journal. Journal with Kali. Ask her, what do you have to teach me? What needs to be destroyed in my life? What can I just let go of? And how can I trust in this chaos? So when everything around you feels chaotic and feels like it's falling apart, and you know that Goddess Kali has entered your life, trust the process, Goddess, because she has come here to liberate you. She has come here to free you. She has come here to unattach you to all those cords that have been tying you down and keeping you trapped. And she is here to show you that there is a more beautiful way of living when you open your heart, your mind, and your soul to all the possibilities that the universe has in store for you. If you want to know more about the goddesses and how to invoke them into your life, I'm launching my 8-week Light Up Your Inner Goddess course. It starts on August the 19th. It's an 8-week course. Each week, a goddess. Each week, we dig into their wisdom and your female archetypes and use this to support you in your spiritual awakening, connect you back to intuition, connect you back to your feminine energy, connect you back to your sense of sensuality, play, love, bringing more light and joy into your life, and more balance between masculine and feminine energy, so that you can really live your soul's purpose in true alignment and authenticity and speak your truth. From my heart to yours, wishing you a beautiful day.